Hello and welcome to the Philippines. Today we're going to look at a prefab home manufacturer that I came across as I was walking the other day. They've got a sales office near Country Mall in Cebu City. Cebu, the Philippines. They have a manufacturing plant in Mandaue City, which is right next to Cebu City, kind of like the Twin Cities. Greenhome.ph manufactures a number of items and markets additional items, including green walls that are made of plants, and they help protect your wall from the heat and give you some insulating quality, and tile, concrete type tile for walls as well as for walkways and driveways. But we're going to focus in on the prefab housing that they do with their prefab concrete. And they're using a number of manufacturing processes to do that. I've walked by this place a number of times in the last year and a half, and I always assumed that they were a nursery. They've got these plants up alongside the walls. And I finally decided to inquire within, and I was surprised to find out that they're a prefab home manufacturer. Very close to IT Park, kind of between IT Park and Gaisano Country Mall in Banilad, which is in Cebu City, the Philippines. They're about a block from Gaisano Country Mall. As you come out of the Country Mall, you take a right, and within the first block or so, you'll see them. Not very far from the hardware store that had all the knives and bolos that I was at the other day. Here's an example of some of the products that they manufacture, and walls, fences, different types of block for different types of applications. And here's some of the examples of house projects that they've done. Several for foreigners that have come to the Philippines and built. And of course the cost depends upon your particular application and your design, but they can work around pretty much anything in designing what you want here. They're experimenting with a number of different insulation technologies, and so that is subject to change here in the future as they look at different types of insulation. This is one they're seriously considering right now, and I think they may be using it late term. It's adding materials to concrete to make it lighter and insulating. Here's a little bit of a map that gives you an idea where they're located. There again, you come out of Gaisano Country Mall in Banilad, Cebu City, Cebu, the Philippines. Take a right, and they should be, I think, within the first block or so. And across the street from Cebu University, I believe. There's some contact number as well, and of course you can access their website, and they've got quite a bit of information on their website, and I will leave links to their website also. They are one of the few people that I've interviewed here in the Philippines that understand the importance of noise control. And they're working to add that into their manufacturing processes also, the types of materials that they're using. Noise can be a major issue anywhere, it seems, especially in the Philippines. So they're working on a number of different projects that would require, because of the noisy environment that the projects may be in, that noise control is certainly a item that needs to be addressed. That just happens to be my specialty for many, many years in the USA, so maybe I'll get back involved in that field. Why prefab, you might ask? This is a house, one of the only ones standing in Japan after the big tsunami wave came in, and it helped generate a lot of interest in prefab type homes in Japan. There are a number of companies in the Philippines that manufacture prefab type housing, and I did one recently called Cube, Kyoob, and they use shipping containers. Anyway, this is a picture of a plant in the Manila area, Cavite, I believe that it's a Japanese plant. I think it's about 5 different companies, and especially after the tsunami they had to build just an amazing number of houses every day to ship back to Japan. And this primarily is made to ship back to Japan, is my understanding. But they make everything from the kitchen sink on all up to the wall panels and everything else in between. Employ about 20,000 people. Now my information is from about 2013, 2014, I believe so. I'm not sure if that's still accurate. But I would be interested in prefab homes because they withstand they're more likely to withstand hurricanes, typhoons, earthquakes and all that type of thing. So I certainly have an interest in this type of manufacturing processes. Thank you for coming along. Please like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Safe travels to all of you. And I really do appreciate the subscriptions and the views that you all give me and the thumbs up. Just unbelievable, the support and the interest that I have on these videos.